Welcome into Just an Average Football Podcast, where every week is football week. Casey, is this the latest we have done a podcast?
The latest we've done a podcast for a while, I think.
It's been a while. When you have kids, doing late podcasts are not ideal.
Yeah,
But
I'm ready for bed.
yeah, I've actually got my PJs on. No,
I have no
but
pants on right now.
yeah, just as soon as I'm done, just turn everything off and to bed I go. But podcast, man, I'm gonna have to function just try to function here as we do this. Super Bowl is tomorrow, so as everybody's listening to this, it'll be Super Bowl Sunday. You've got the Patriots and Seahawks. Is this the most underwhelming Super Bowl in years, in your opinion? Hot questions firing
I
off
don't know.
right off the bat.
I don't know, because since about half the season, I kind of thought the Seahawks could do it. I never really thought the Patriots were going to make it this far.
And that's kind of what I mean, underwhelming in the fact that is this going to be a a rematch of Seahawks Broncos? Seahawks Broncos rematch from Super Bowl 48 was on this morning, and I'm like, is this what we're in for tomorrow? With this dominant defense, are they just going to overwhelm the Patriots offense? I don't know. I hope it's a close game. You don't really see too many blowouts in the Super Bowl. But we're gonna find out, and there's actually a lot of storylines I kind of want to get into as far as the Super Bowl goes. We'll kind of talk about it a little bit, and then give our picks and predictions towards the end of this first segment here. But awesome show today. We've got not only Super Bowl picks, we've got what in the world of football. We haven't done what in the world of football in a couple weeks, and then a nice little blind ranking for our final segment. So. Super Bowl edition too. So make sure you guys don't go anywhere. Make sure you guys are tuning in. Let's go ahead and hop right into this first segment here of the big picture storyline of the Super Bowl. Which, in your opinion, which team do you think has more pressure to win this Super Bowl? Is it the Patriots with Mike Vrabel coming in his first year, Drake May rising star?
I really don't think there's
really a lot of unsung heroes on that Patriots team, not really talked about. The big story on them the whole entire season was easy schedule. Or is it the Seahawks where, Mike McDonald comes in 2 years ago and says, hey, this is what we're going to do. This is how we're going to get there. And then bang, 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 here we are, 24 months later and they're there. And Sam Darnold, very unlikely story. No one thought he could repeat, and here he is, once again on a 14-3 team. And this year they made it to the big one. So,
I don't think that there's pressure on any team to win this Super Bowl. If I'm being honest with you, I think it's just a congratulations.
I think there is.
You really do? I think it's just a congratulations. You both made it. Whoever wins.
Here's what I think. I think the Patriots have more pressure to win this Super Bowl. I think the dynasty they had with Tom Brady, I think there's pressure on Drake May, everybody's saying, hey, the dynasty's back. The dynasty could be back. This could be the new dynasty. I know. But the talks are out there. Some people are saying that. I think there's pressure on Drake May, oh my goodness, is this going to be the beginning of a new dynasty, or is he just going to go in there and just completely crap the bed? So I think there is more pressure, on the Patriots. I really do. It's easy schedule or not, they're in the Super Bowl, and they've got to play a team that I don't think they've really faced a team like this. Healthy team, explosive team. I don't know if they've faced a team like this the whole entire year. Maybe the closest you could compare to is the Buffalo Bills, but I think this team is better than the Buffalo Bills, especially on defense.
And they didn't play the Buffalo Bills in the playoffs, so
they didn't play the Buffalo Bills in the playoffs. They didn't play the LA Rams in the playoffs. And you and I were saying this from the beginning, or at least I was. I think whatever NFC team makes it to the Super Bowl is going to be winning the Super Bowl. I think me and you both said that, I
thought that if the Bills made it to the Super Bowl, they were going to win it. I thought Josh Allen was going to get one if he made it to the Super Bowl. But I knew once. I kind of I don't know anything, I guess. But my opinion was that an NFC team was going to win the Super Bowl this year with just how good the teams were. Over there. I thought that there was only one team over in the AFC that could contend with the Rams and the Seahawks and just explosive offensive teams, and that was the Bills. That was the only team that in the
Yeah.
playoffs that could contend with like just putting up points like that.
Yeah.
I guess Patriots fans would argue that they can put up points,
They
but
can. They can.
but they haven't against good teams in the playoffs.
It's been, yeah. I mean, it's just been a really crazy playoffs because what do you play? Justin Herbert right off the bat, an injured Justin Herbert, and a depleted Chargers offensive line. You win that game. Then you go play a shell of C.J. Stroud or whatever that was.
You can't really blame that on C.J. Stroud. Really. I mean, he didn't have. I mean, you can, but he had no one to throw the ball. He had no one to throw the ball to.
Regardless, though, I mean, he just did not look great. And then you go play a backup in Jarrett Stidham, and then a blizzard, kind of helps you guys get there, or kind of helps the Patriots get there. And I've been seeing all these things like, oh, if Bo Nix is in the game, Patriots still win. Maybe I'm just a biased Broncos. I don't think so. I really don't. I mean, you're playing a quarterback who hasn't thrown a football in 2 years, but that's just me. I don't know. So, but like I said, you got an old school dynasty here, going up against an NFC powerhouse, and the Seahawks have looked good the past 2 years. Obviously, this year is their year they get there, but
they have looked good every playoff game too.
They've looked great, and we've talked about this before. Both quarterbacks, they haven't really. I mean, Sam Darnold, I think, has played more mistake-free football than Drake May has. I just think like the dominoes have been falling pretty favorably for the Patriots.
They've been falling way too well.
And I mean, this is the thing too. Like, when everybody thinks of like this Patriots, all their wins and stuff like that, you instantly think of Bill Belichick and his culture and stuff, and the new culture that Vrabel has brought into this team. What a change! I mean, you go from Gerard Mayo to Mike Vrabel, and I mean, what a change! And the Tennessee Titans have got to be kicking themselves. Like, did they give up on Vrabel too soon? He just walked into a perfect situation, I think, here with the Patriots. And then you've got like the identity of both of these teams. So, in your opinion, what do you think the identity would be if you had to describe the Patriots' identity and the Seahawks' identity? I want to see if it's kind of on par of what I'm thinking as well. But go ahead and start with the Seahawks. What do you think their identity is?
I think, in my personal opinion, with the identity with the Seahawks, it's very, very. We're just gonna pound it in your face, and we're gonna just destroy you defensively.
Pause. Go ahead. Sorry. This is a PG.
Take that out.
This is a PG-13.
Take that out.
All right, keep going. Yeah.
Take that out.
It's staying. It's staying.
No, man. All right. I think the Seahawks are more of a. We're gonna run it down your throat. We're gonna just absolutely dominate you both sides of the ball. I think they're just a very well-rounded coach team, like all around. And I don't really know if there's I don't really see very much lack of anything on either part of their team. I really don't know how to explain it. I think that they're going to be a team that's going to be good for a while.
Yeah, they are. I mean, you don't, like I said, the explosiveness.
I really just don't know how to explain. I don't know how to. I guess explosive is what I would
all around. Like
the
team is, like you said, just very well coached, and they are explosive. They are fast to the ball. Their defense. I mean, I would think their defense is probably, it's weird to say, more explosive than their offense. And on offense, you've got all these guys on offense as well. I think their one weakness maybe tight end. I know they got Eric Saubert. Shout out Saubert, played for the Broncos there for a while, and from Illinois as well. So at tight end, they have some other guys at tight end. I don't think Saubert's their main guy. I can't think they just drafted that Arreo or whatever his name is as well. I do believe. I'll double check that, make sure I'm not wrong. But as far as the Patriots go, also a very well-rounded team. I just don't know if I think it's a different level of well-roundedness. I think that they're well-rounded enough to where, like, they're winning football games. I don't think they're well-rounded enough to win a Super Bowl.
And this
I might be setting here, and I might be the guy Monday morning that's just like, dang, I was completely wrong. Patriots came in with a game plan and just beat the crap out of them. So I mean,
Mike Vrabel got Coach of the Year for a reason. So I'm going to give him his flowers there on that. Drake May got second in MVP for a reason. I'm going to give him flowers for that. Stephon Diggs has redefined his career. I'm going to give him flowers for that.
Yeah.
And Ramondre Stevenson is that dude on the offensive as an offensive threat like crazy. And then Bodie too. But
Booty.
potato.
Booty. Yeah.
But I don't think no one in their right mind who knows football, whether you're a Patriots fan or not, thought that they were going to be in the Super Bowl and thought that they were only going to lose 2 games this year.
Unless you're Dave Portnoy.
Unless you're Dave Portnoy who runs like he's got a corn cob up his butt.
He pulled a hamstring. He pulled a hamstring.
What, as soon as he took off running?
Yeah, maybe halfway through, I don't know. But no, I mean
But anyways, but I don't think and I might this might be a hot take and I might get obliterated in the comments for this, because this stuff's cheap or apparently too cheap and we don't have
should be more expensive.
But I don't think that the Patriots are a Super Bowl caliber team.
I'm not
saying that in a bad way. I'm saying that they're getting there, but I think the road to the Super Bowl for them was different. It was
100%.
The chips fell perfect. Congratulations to them. They had an easy schedule this year. I mean, you can't fault the easy schedule because it was placed that way. They played terrible. You play who's on your schedule. But the way the playoffs went, you played a banged up Justin Herbert with a banged up offense. You beat them. Then you play CJ Stroud, who has no offense whatsoever. The defense did all they could, gave up 10 points? Again?
Their defense was on fire.
They gave up not very much.
Incredible.
And then got beat because they couldn't score. And then they play the Broncos, who couldn't score, and then there was a blizzard in the fourth quarter.
I mean, when they played us, they couldn't even move the football. They scored because
he threw for. I mean, I get that it was a blizzard, but he threw for 68 yards.
Yeah, 86. But
or 86 and then ran for that much. But still, you throw for under 100 yards and you go to the Super Bowl. That's
it's easy to look at things when it's hindsight's 20/20 now that it's over. But do the Patriots even score a touchdown if Jarrett Stidham doesn't do that backwards chest pass? I mean, because he gives the ball to them at like the 15-yard line. Then
that's the only time and they didn't even throw it. He ran it in.
Yeah. So that's crazy. But you were talking about the Eagles. The Patriots, all their guys that deserve flowers. They have Milton Williams. Him and Barmore playing incredible.
Forgot
this
about
year.
that too. Yeah,
and they've got a really good team. They had a lot of cap space.
Christian
going into the
Gonzalez is
offseason.
good. So
they brought in all the right people. They had all this cap space. And in free agency, they brought in all the right people.
And they still have.
Team. And they've got great players.
They still have so much they can get.
Yeah, and I'm not taking anything away from the Patriots. They are in the Super Bowl. It's not like this was just handed to them. No, you have to win football games to get in the Super Bowl. I mean, congratulations, and I hope it's a game. I really do. I hope it's a good game tomorrow. I hope I'm proved wrong. I'm like, man, okay, this is an actual legit team. This is the start of a new dynasty. I really do. I hope it is. And we're gonna find out. But no, and two,
I really
want to make sure
it is a dynasty.
I want to make sure I get this out there. AJ Barner is actually the Seahawks tight end. Arojo is the other tight end. Then Saubert, obviously, I had that right as well. So they're 3 tight ends, still pretty good tight ends. But another question for you, as far as staff goes, who are you trusting more as far as the staff goes? You trusting the Seahawks more? You trusting the Patriots more? Halftime adjustments, whatever needs to be done. Is Josh McDaniels, as much as people like to hate on him, he is a very good offensive coordinator.
He's a terrible
head coach.
He's a terrible head coach, but he's a great offensive coordinator. I think it's just going to boil down to. I don't think it's going to boil down to. In my opinion, it's not gonna come down to what coaching staff makes adjustments. It's going to come down to
the quarterback.
It's going to come down to the quarterback. It's going to come down to what quarterback is going to take care of the football enough for them to win. Yeah. And I think the defense is going to do their job. Seahawks defense is going to do their job. Darnold just has to take care of take care of the football and play like he played against the Rams.
One mistake in this could swing the whole entire game.
And I'm going to say it exactly the last podcast we had where we talked about the Rams and the Seahawks game. I said Matt Stafford just had to play his football game, and Sam Darnold had to play an amazing football game. And let's say it again. He's got to play an amazing football game for them to win this game. He has to take care of the football.
You saying Drake May, or are you saying Sam Darnold?
Sam Darnold has to be not amazing, but he's got to play great football.
I think he's got to play
great football. I think he's got to play great football.
I think he could have 2 turnovers and they could still win. Is that a hot take?
No, I don't see. And here's the thing: is that we've been kind of crapping on the Patriots all postseason, but they're in the Super Bowl, and I think you have to play good. Yeah, I think you got to play. I think you have to play the best football you can possibly play to win.
Here's the thing. The only reason I've been kind of crapping on the Patriots is because I am sick and tired of seeing these Patriots things in my feed all over. I haven't seen I mean, it depends on where you live.
Yeah,
we're in Central Illinois, and I see so much Patriots stuff from like just crazy fans going off, just doing stupid things. And
in my opinion, I
haven't seen any from Seahawks.
When it comes, I don't know if it's every single state. If someone outside of Illinois can answer this question for me, is it just me, or do we have more bandwagon fans inside of the state of Illinois than any other state?
We might.
I've never. How are you a New England Patriots fan, and you live million? I mean, I'm a Dolphins fan, but mine was completely different.
I'm a Broncos fan.
I mean, mine was completely different, but I don't understand how. I mean, I guess that they like to see winners. I guess that's probably why they became fans. Tom Brady was that dude, so they decided to be a fan of that. But I feel like there's just so many bandwagon fans in the state of Illinois when it comes to certain sports.
Like Chiefs fans, like bandwagon Chiefs fans.
Bandwagon Patriots fans.
Yeah.
I mean, I wasn't going to say Chiefs, but yeah, I've never seen so many Chiefs fans until Patrick Mahomes started getting there, so...
to be fair, I think Patrick Mahomes brought in a lot of the kids. Like, a lot of kids just love watching Patrick Mahomes type thing.
No, but I mean, like, older people that said that they've always liked the Chiefs. And
that's true. I mean, I know 2 Chiefs fans. You know, Zeke and Zeb have been Chiefs
They've been forever. Yeah, so it's different. But I mean, just if anyone can answer that question, does every state just have bandwagoners?
Let us know.
Because that really bothers me.
Yeah. So let's go on to key matchups here that might decide the game. You got the Seahawks wide receivers versus the Patriots secondary. So, kind of recapping, Carlton Davis, that defense, though, for the Patriots, especially their corners, Christian Gonzalez and Carlton Davis, been playing extremely good. But then you've got the Seahawks wide receivers, JSN, obviously just won Offensive Player of the Year, and Cooper Kupp,
Super Bowl MVP.
Super Bowl MVP. It's going to be good. Can Gonzalez contain...
You got two wide receivers on your team right now that have led the league in receiving yards.
Yeah.
I'm going with receivers, and we had this conversation before.
Okay.
We had this conversation before.
So,
would you rather? We had this conversation. Would you rather? What would you take?
Yeah.
Would you take receivers or defense or the DBs?
Yeah.
Because I think that more times than not. More times than not. Wow, I'm terrible. More times than not, the receiver's going to make that play over the DB.
JSN's very good. JSN's very. It's just the
they're
route
not going to be able to
from
stop
both of them. Yeah. Okay. Patriots run game versus Seahawks front seven.
Seahawks front seven.
Yeah, and it's really like it's not even a lot of big names really for the Seahawks. Their front seven. You know, you've got Leonard Williams, maybe the biggest name over there. I like their linebackers a lot. Like I really like Ernest Jones coming over from the Rams, but like we mentioned before, these guys, they're just so explosive. The offense is explosive. The defense is explosive. They fire off the line. You know, so I think they're just all kind of working together. They're a very well-oiled machine over there. So yeah, give me the Seahawks front seven as well. I think they're just very dominant. And like I said, not really too many huge names that kind of pop either as far as their front seven goes, but the way they play is really good. It reminds me a lot. And I bring up the Broncos all the time. People are like, quit bringing up the Broncos. I get it. Our front seven, you really don't have a lot of big names. You got Nick Bonito, but Zach Allen, JFM, not huge names, but they work so well within the team. How they play off each other. They just have success. But I think red zone efficiency for both these teams is going to play a huge part. I think once they get in the red zone, obviously, I mean, that's when you're inside the 20, you want to score touchdowns always. But, are we going to see Vrabel or McDonald go for it on 4th and 1? We've seen way too many coaches.
Vrabel's a gambler. He's been a gambler in the playoffs.
I mean, too many coaches have been gamblers in the playoffs. If you ask me, 4th and 1, take your points, take a field goal. The game could come down to 3 points, and you don't kick that field goal. That can make the big difference. And I think the biggest thing here too is time of possession. Are we going to see a team methodically move the ball down the field? We're going to see shots taken right off the bat. I think you're going to see a little bit of both, but I think if it's me, I'm not necessarily too worried about either. I mean, it's like, we got to hold on to. If I'm the Patriots, I'm like, we got to hold on to the ball, because if Sam Darnold gets in here, watch out for Sam Darnold. Like, I don't think that. I don't think the Patriots are thinking of that, and I'm really not thinking the Seahawks are thinking that either. I don't think they're like,
I don't think that, and I'm not knocking Drake May at all.
I would pick Drake May over Sam Darnold.
I would probably, I would probably pick Drake May over Sam Darnold as a quarterback that I would want to have on my team. That being said, I don't think that the Seahawks are worried about Drake May with the way that he's performed in the playoffs.
Yeah,
I don't think that they're worried about it with how. I'm going to say this. He's with how loose he has played with the football in the playoffs, with how not so well he has taken care of the ball, whether the conditions are good or bad. You can argue the bad conditions in New England when they played the Texans, but he just hadn't taken care of the ball very well.
Yeah.
And if you're really confident in your front seven on defense, you're not really worried about the quarterback, especially someone like Drake May, who might tend to stay in the pocket a little too long before he takes off scrambling.
I think it might be like not a defensive game, but I think the defense is going to be the highlight for both teams during these games. I think the offenses can be explosive when the quarterbacks play well, and I think that goes for every single offense. But the more I talk about it, the more I'm really talking myself into this game. I'm kind of getting excited for it. But we spent a lot of time.
I'm so excited for it that I'm going to an Illini girls basketball game before it. That's how excited I am of the Super Bowl.
Dang, you're not even, man. I'm so excited for it. I'm cooking wings, doing a dip. I'm really excited. I just love football though too. So
yeah.
All right. So last thing here in this segment, our final score predictions. What do you got?
I
have mine if you want me to go while you're still thinking.
Yeah, go ahead.
I've got 31-21 Seahawks winning. And I think the 21 is, I think 7 of those 21 points is a garbage time score. So,
yeah, I'm right there with you. I think I think the Seahawks score 30.
Yeah, I do too.
And I think here's what I think. I think New England may jump out at the very beginning of the game, score a touchdown. But then I think that they just get shut out. I think that they're not going to stop Seattle. And I think it's going to be a 2-possession ball game the whole way through after that. So give me 34-18.
Well, is that a scoregami? That could be. How do they get 8? Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, I like that. Go for 2 there at the end and try to get back in it. I like that a lot. 7-3, go for 2, 18. I can see it for sure. All right, well, that's going to wrap up segment 1 here. Let's go ahead and go over to segment 2. We're actually going to go a different direction here, kind of on the same wavelengths a little bit as far as ties to the Patriots go. This is what in the world of football, and maybe the biggest what in the world of football that's happened here in the last 2 weeks is Bill Belichick not a first ballot Hall of Famer. What in the world are we doing? What? If he's not a first ballot Hall of Famer, just go ahead and take out a lot of other people that are first ballot. I mean, what's your thoughts on this? This is blows my mind. Like I was shocked when I thought it was a joke when I first seen it.
Well, Robert Kraft didn't get it either as an owner, so that I think that people are just hating on the Patriots, especially when they were in that dynasty, and I think a lot of it was the Deflate Gate and then the Spy Gate and all that stuff that was going on in those couple of years.
Yeah.
I think that's the major part of it.
So
But
do you think this is a statement, like a
no,
statement?
it shouldn't be a statement because if you don't
Statement by,
put
by the
Tom,
hall, like
because
no, like a statement vote by the hall, like by the hall that votes people in. Like, is their statement
no,
like, hey,
it,
if you do this and you do this, we will not vote you in,
well, it
or if
doesn't
this
matter
happens
because
and
it's
this
ignorant.
happens,
It's
it
ignorant.
is. Oh, it really is. No, I agree.
And we're not going down that, but um, yeah, it's ridiculous.
I mean, his resume speaks for
Bill
itself.
Belichick is the greatest coach of all time,
We're,
and
we've been crapping on the Patriots the whole entire time. Now we're kind of flipping the script a little bit and thinking, why? Like,
yeah, Bill
if I'm a
Belichick.
Patriots fan, I'm mad. I mean,
Yeah,
I'm not a Patriots fan, and I am. It's
no, if
ridiculous.
you're a football fan, you're mad.
That's
No
that's
matter how
true.
much you
Yep.
like the Patriots and how much you hated the Patriots, how much they've won,
I
you
would
got to
like
respect.
to.
You give respect. Respect is due. Like they
I would like
Bill
to.
Belichick deserves. He didn't
Yeah.
even need a vote. He didn't even need a vote.
No, it
And
should have been one.
and the thing that blows my mind about that is I think that if you voted, you should. I think that every voter should reveal that what they voted, and you have to
Yep.
explain why you voted that.
I was going to say the same exact thing. I was going to say the same
You
thing.
have to. You have to because what is your explanation for the most winningest coach of all time in the
Yep.
playoffs and regular season and has more rings than anyone?
Yeah.
And
This is
that's
going
all.
to age. This whole thing is going to age so badly.
It's
Like
so
in 10 years, we're going to look back on this and be like, what? Like what were they doing? Like what were they doing? Not letting him be a
yeah.
first.
And if you
Like
do this, to Tom Brady,
there's no way. There's no way.
if you
And
did it to, but if you did it to Bill Belichick, you got to do it to Tom Brady
well, no way.
because he's part of both of them.
There's no way.
He was part of both.
It's
Especially
just
the deflate, especially
it's
the deflate
crazy.
one. He was part of that. So
It's just
but if it is justified by that, then you can't give him that's like when I'm flipping the script here for a second and going to baseball. That's like not giving Pete Rose the Hall of Fame for his baseball career for betting on baseball as a coach. And you're not letting him in the and then when he dies, you put him in the Hall of Fame. How ridiculous is that? These Hall of Fame people are absolutely ridiculous. Let the
People
people
don't even watch football.
let the people vote for
Yeah.
for it. Like the people that actually care and respect the game of
Do they
football or
even
the game of
watch
sports.
football?
It's ridiculous, dude. It's stupid. And you
If
got
you're
me
not
all
first, if you're not first
fired
ballot,
up.
does it even matter?
No, especially if you're not first. That's how much respect they got for you. Why do you think he didn't? Why do you think he didn't come back and coach? Why do you think he's
You
probably
think?
never going to come back and coach in the NFL?
Yeah. I'm still baffled. The more we talk about it, the more mad I get.
Well,
So I'm
a
just gonna
lot
move
of it
on
too.
here to
Well, before we move on, a lot of it too was because they were talking like he never talked to reporters, never gave them insight on games. Like it was so short about the public and was never really a public fan. And
who cares?
who cares?
I
He
don't
wins
care if you
football
don't.
games.
I don't care if you don't like the guy. I don't care if you don't. I don't care if you don't like the guy because you thought he cheated. I don't care if you don't like the guy because because he's got a girlfriend that's 3 times younger than he is. I don't care why you don't like the guy. Accomplishments speak for themselves. I mean, not many people can walk into a place and have almost both hands filled with Super Bowl rings in a 20-year span. I mean, what are we doing? I don't know. If those
And
of you
then he
guys
won
that are
that Super.
listening to this,
Then he won the Super Bowl with the backup quarterback with Tom Brady, as the backup,
yeah,
who hadn't played all
it's
year.
still Tom Brady.
Yeah, I know, but Tom Brady wasn't Tom Brady then.
No, well, he was Tom Brady, just not Tom Brady, not
Yeah, just not.
TB12.
Yeah, yeah.
It's ridiculous. It really is. Those of you guys that are listening, let us know in the comments. Do you see any reason why he shouldn't be in? Did they get this right? Did they get us wrong? Let us know because I believe he got it wrong. So, moving on here to topic number 2, staying hot with the Patriots. We're just all Patriots right now. Tom Brady. I don't know if you've seen in the earlier news this week where he talked that he does not have a dog in this fight as far as the Seahawks versus Patriots go. What in the world? Ruffling a lot of feathers talking
So
about that. There's a lot
here's,
of criticism from the outside, a lot of criticism from former Patriots. What do you make of this?
I think, he had a really close relationship with Robert Kraft, and a really close relation, however close you can get to Bill Belichick.
Yeah.
But I feel like, the way he went out as a Patriot, I
Yeah.
think kind of tarnished the way he feels about him. And,
So
I'm not saying that as like he absolutely hates New England Patriots, because he probably, you spend so long there, you're embedded into that place for life.
So
But
really, so really quick, hold that thought because I got three things because you're on the perfect topic here. I got three things I want to tell you really quick, and then I'll ask you this question. His final retirement in 2023, he mentioned both franchises, but didn't officially retire a Patriot. So he didn't sign a 1-day contract with the Patriots or anything like that. But he did talk about both of the Bucks and the Patriots in his retirement speech. And then, if you look and see, he unfollowed the Patriots on Instagram. Follows only the Bucks and he follows the Bucks and the Raiders. Does not follow the Patriots. So my question to you, and then I'll let you continue on here. Do you think he even considers himself a Patriot anymore? Do you think Tom Brady considers himself a Patriot?
I don't think so, because I think that of the way they treated him towards the end of his career, with how much
Okay.
with how much he did at, in that city,
God,
with
that's
how much
hot.
he did, you
Talk
have
about
to
hot takes here. That's
you
hot.
you have. I think that he might. I'm not saying he doesn't care, but
He's
he
a
might be holding.
statue. He
He
has a
might be
statue.
he might be holding a little bit of a grudge.
He has a statue outside the stadium. How do you not
That's all
consider
right.
yourself a Patriot? That's
That's all
crazy.
right. But I bet he does. But it's like,
That's
but
that's
I
so.
bet, but
Oh
he
man.
might have a little bit of a grudge, especially with the way things went down with Bill and how he went out, and I just don't think that. I don't know. I don't know.
I don't
I
either.
don't know
This
him.
is this is.
I think that he might. I think he might have had more fun playing with the Bucks than he did with the Patriots towards the
I
end of his
mean,
career.
he had an incredible offense and a good defense. So I
Yeah.
mean, I bet he did too. Honestly, but let us know in the comments, guys. Those of you guys that are watching, those of you guys that are listening.
What do you think, though?
Yeah.
You
What do
didn't
I
ask me.
think?
Yeah, you asked me, and you didn't answer it. And you said, "Wow, hot take." So, what do you think?
I think he considers himself a Patriot. How do you not consider yourself a Patriot when you play for the? He's played for that team longer than any team's played.
Then why
Well,
do you unfollow the Patriots and on social media?
is he just adding fuel to the fire? Is he just? I don't know. Maybe he's one of those guys. Like, I mean, I would commit to the bit. Honestly,
He seems like a pretty petty guy, though.
I don't know.
Honestly, I don't think he really cares
I don't
what
think he
people
does
think.
either. I really don't either. Yeah, it's a great question. I don't know. I
I
don't know.
love that he goes, "I don't have a dog in this fight."
It's funny. It is funny, but man, he's getting torn apart. So yeah, let us know in the comments, guys. What do you think about this whole Tom Brady not having a dog in the fight as far as this game goes? Because like I said, it did not make a lot of people very happy. So that's going to wrap up the What in the World of Football. Two really strong topics there this week for What in the World of Football. We've got a blind ranking Super Bowl edition coming up here right after a quick word from Smackin' Sunflower Seeds. All right, time to talk about a game changer for snack time, Smackin' Sunflower Seeds. These aren't your average dry, dusty seeds. Nope, Smackin' takes flavor to the next level. Bigger, bolder, and straight up addicting. Whether you're chilling at the ball field, gaming with friends, or just need something to keep your hands busy, Smackin' has you covered. And the best part? No soggy seeds, no weak flavors, just pure Smackin' goodness in every handful. So if you're ready to upgrade your seed game, grab a bag of Smackin' Sunflower Seeds today and get ready to start smacking. Scan our QR code or click the link in our description to get 10% off your first order. We're back, and it is segment 3 here, Blind Rank Super Bowl Edition. Obviously, we know how this game works. We rank 1 through 5 once they're placed wherever they're at. You cannot move them. We're going to be revealing one at a time, and we're actually both doing this today. You have Super Bowl teams, correct, that you are giving me. I have Super Bowl MVPs that I'm giving you. So obviously, You'll give me the team. I'll place it. Can't move it. And we'll kind of talk about them a little bit once we finish. So do you want to go first or you want me to go first here?
I'll go first.
Perfect. So these are all Super Bowl teams, and it's 2010 to 2025. So the last 15 years of Super Bowl teams. So let's go ahead and get it started. I'm ready. Let's see where we can get these started.
The 2011 Green Bay Packers.
2011. So 2010 Green Bay Packers that won it in 2011.
So I'm just saying. So I have it as the year that they won the Super Bowl.
The year they won. Love that. Okay. Ooh,
that's with Driver and right. Or
what's that?
Is that with Driver and is that Donald Driver that played for them as a wide receiver?
Oh, maybe. That's a great question. Aaron Rodgers, I think he had
Aaron Rodgers. That was his MVP season, wasn't it?
One of them.
First MVP season.
One of them. They won that game 31-25, something like that.
Sure. Mike McCarthy coached.
Yeah. Let's go 3. 3's always a good place to put him right off the bat. So give me 3 because Aaron Rodgers did play pretty good in that, really good in that game. Honestly, no, I don't think he had any turnovers.
All right. 2016 Denver Broncos.
All right. I'm gonna get a lot of hate.
You knew I was gonna throw them on.
I knew it was coming, and I'm gonna get a lot of hate for this.
You're gonna go one.
I'm gonna do it anyway. I'm gonna put him at number 1, and I'll tell you why. I'm gonna put him at number 1. I'm gonna tell you why. Okay. Peyton Manning, a shell of him, and everybody's been talking about, oh, you're gonna put the Legion of Boom out because they're probably on there as well. Really good defense, great defense. Okay. Peyton Manning that year, 9 touchdowns, 17 interceptions. Brock Osweiler came in. Brock Osweiler's not very good. We just talked about Jarrett Stidham. They're right on the same way. Like, our defense won us so many games that year, it's not even funny. We're talking about one of the best defenses we've seen in the last century. Steel Curtain, 85 Bears, all up there as well.
Yeah, you can argue it.
I am going to argue it because
he had a defensive player win Super Bowl Super Bowl
defensive player win the Super Bowl. Just what that defense did to the 15-1 MVP Superman. Everybody talks about Josh Allen being Superman. Top scoring offense that whole entire season, unstoppable offense, and a good defense as well. That defense shut him down, made him fall over and cry like a little baby on the sideline. I don't know what else I can say. I mean, I can continue to argue this. I can argue this till I die, and people are going to disagree with me like that team's not that good. I don't care. That's fine. Peyton Manning was a shell of himself. That defense was legit. Literally won us so many games. There's probably more, and I don't know this stat. I bet the defense had more defensive touchdowns that season than Peyton Manning had passing touchdowns, almost guaranteed. So I'm going to go ahead and leave it at that. But yeah, they're number 1. Yes, maybe I'm being a Broncos bias fan, and most likely am. I don't care.
All right, you ready?
I just get so much hate for all that. All right,
2020 Kansas City Chiefs.
Oof, 2020 Kansas City Chiefs.
The first one they won.
That was the first one they won? Was it actually?
I think. Was it the first one that they won with
no shot, right? Look that up.
Yeah, it was. 2020. They won 2020, 2023, 2024.
Dude.
2020 was Patrick Mahomes' first Super Bowl.
And they played the was that the Eagles or was that the
wasn't that the 49ers?
49ers, that's what I was wondering. God, I know what you're going to put another team up there, and I know for a fact I really mess this up a little bit. I got to put them 4 just because there's another team that I am hoping you bring up, and if you don't, I really screwed this list up.
All right, you ready?
Yep.
2015 New England Patriots.
2015. Oh gosh, dang it! Such a good game. That was the Marshawn Lynch, correct? That was the whole Marshawn Lynch, not running it. I think. Yeah, the Seahawks. Yep, because Seahawks were back to back
MVP.
If I'm ranking teams, the team was good. but they almost lost. I got to put them at 5 because they almost lost. If it wasn't for that interception, they lose that game. So I got to put them at 5.
Okay.
Oh man, I'm really
Ready for
hoping
number 2?
I'm really hoping you give me
2025 Philadelphia
dang
Eagles,
it. They're number 2.
which is
Honestly
not
though,
bad.
that's fine. That's fine because they beat the brakes off the Eagles. I should have thought you wouldn't have done it again. I thought you were going to say the 2013 Seattle Seahawks, the ones that just blew the brakes off the Broncos, because they would have been number 2. That
No,
was
I
embarrassing.
almost the one team I almost threw in there was the Giants.
Oh, the Giants, 2011,
2012.
2011 team won in
Yeah.
2012. Yeah, that would have been up there. That would have been what a Cinderella story that was. Because they beat beat the undefeated Patriots. Literally, the Patriots were 17-0, 18-0.
Yep.
Yeah, but yeah, that would have been 2 for me.
All right. So your number 1, you have the Denver Broncos, 2016 Denver Broncos at number 1.
Yep.
You got the 2025 Philadelphia Eagles at number 2. You have the 2011 Green Bay Packers at number 3, 2020 Kansas City Chiefs at number 4, and then New England Patriots in 2015 at 5.
And I want to make sure that I'm thinking of the correct team here. So the 2020 Chiefs.
That was the start of the dynasty.
It was. And was that against? It was against the 49ers, 31-20. Honestly, I like that list. I'm not upset with that at all. I do like that. I think that Packers team with Aaron Rodgers, they're pretty good because there for a while, the 49ers in that game, they were actually beating the Chiefs, correct? So
yeah, I think
I like that list. I think that turned out pretty good.
Yeah, I don't think it was terrible.
Yeah.
I don't know. I probably would have, honestly, out of this list, I might have put the 2025 Philadelphia Eagles on that list because I don't think there was a question all season long that they were not. We're not going to lose. That we're going to win that Super Bowl. I think everyone knew that last year that the Eagles were going to win that we're going to win the Super Bowl. From like halfway through the season, people were like, the Eagles are so good that no one's going to.
Oh no! Did you see the meme? The meme that floated around of everybody picking the Chiefs except for like 1 or 2 people, and Jalen Hurts walking by the TV, looking at the TV, and just like looking at it, like, okay, go ahead, pick the Chiefs.
I didn't have any. I thought that. Yeah, I thought the Eagles were going to. Yeah, I thought the Eagles were going to win that the whole.
I didn't know. You can never count Patrick Mahomes out.
Yeah,
so.
you can't. But yeah.
But
other than that, I would have probably kept the list the same.
Yeah, I like that. Sweet. Okay, I don't feel too terrible about it. Okay, are you ready for yours?
Yeah.
All right, here you go. You have got. It's funny you brought.
I already know who my number 5 is. If you throw this person out.
Oh, okay. Well, good. You've got your first one here is you just brought it up. Aaron Rodgers, Super Bowl or the 2011, correct? 2011 Super Bowl. Green Bay Packers, Pittsburgh Steelers. Aaron Rodgers. He had 304 passing yards, 3 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. They were ahead throughout the whole entire game.
2.
Where you putting Aaron Rodgers? 2. So Rodgers 2. And these are all MVPs. Okay. Number 2 here, Cooper Kupp, MVP of the Los Angeles Rams. This is the Rams. This is the Rams.
He was so dominant in that. Rams
Bengals Super Bowl 23-20. They won because of Aaron Donald, in my opinion. But he only had 8. He'd have 8 receptions, 92 yards, and 2 touchdowns. So.
He'd been so dominant that whole season too.
I think that was his triple crown year.
That was his triple crown year. Gosh,
triple crown year.
I'll go 3.
Ooh, Kupp at 3. Okay. Okay. Number 3, Julian Edelman. This is the New England Patriots versus Los Angeles Rams. Just the defensive battle until the final 2 quarters. Edelman had 10 receptions for 141 yards. Was the primary target really the whole entire game. That was a tough game to watch. In my opinion, if you can't, if you like defensive games, you probably love it.
It can't be number 1. They can't be number 1. I got to put him at 4.
4. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I might dug a hole here.
Maybe. Number 4, you have got Von Miller, Denver Broncos versus Carolina Panthers. He had 6 total tackles, 2.5 sacks, 2 forced fumbles. And and just decimated Cam Newton
Yep.
that game.
I think you're gonna love this.
Lived in the backfield.
I think you're gonna love this. I'm putting Von Miller at number 1.
Do you know who the last one is? That's probably why you.
It's probably Malcolm Butler, MVP. That was going to be at number. Oh, good, because if Malcolm Butler is going to be my dead last, no matter what.
This is the disrespect towards this person.
It's probably Patrick
bad.
Mahomes or something.
Joe Flacco, Baltimore Ravens versus San Francisco 49ers, the Harbaugh Bowl. Lights go out. Great game. That playoff run, I think Joe Flacco was perfect as far as a touchdown to interception ratio. I don't think he had one turnover that whole entire time. Didn't he
throw a crap ton of yards in that game?
I have his stats here. 287 yards, 3 touchdowns, 0 interceptions, passer rating of 124, led the Ravens offense with 3 first-half touchdowns and a tight win. But I don't think he had any turnovers that whole entire. I think it was 11 touchdowns and 0 interceptions that whole playoff run he was in.
I think the only one that I would maybe switch is I don't know if I would put Joe Flacco over Rodgers.
I don't think I would either because
I would maybe switch Kupp and Flacco.
I think
other than that I would keep that.
I would bump Edelman to last, and then I have Kupp.
You think Kupp played better in the Super Bowl than?
Oh yeah, oh man, it's just
less
tough.
Receptions, less yards.
Here's the thing, Tom Brady was just feeding him that. I remember he was just feeding him that Super Bowl. Whereas like Kupp, triple crown winner coming in, and the game was a good game too. Like that game with Edelman, I mean, it was just such a defensive game the whole entire time.
You gotta also forget if Odell Beckham Jr. wouldn't have got hurt, he would have been MVP.
True. He tore his ACL in that game. So yeah, your final list here comes out is Von Miller number 1. Love that. Rodgers 2, Cooper Kupp 3, Julian Edelman 4, and Joe Flacco 5 of those Super Bowl MVPs. So let us know in the comments how we did on those blind rankings. They're definitely kind of tough when you're blind ranking, depending on how it falls. Tried to trick you there. I was hoping you would put Miller at the last one. I mean, Joe Flacco at number 1 isn't terrible, but like looking back, I don't think
Rodgers, Flacco, or Miller at number 1 would have been bad.
I mean, they're MVPs for a reason, and how many defensive MVPs do you have? I mean, obviously Malcolm Butler, but whatever.
For one play.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's a fun little game. We need to do more blind rankings and stuff like that. And we actually got a lot of really good feedback on our game show we did last week. So thank you guys that. So it was mainly students that said like, "Oh, that was a lot." I really enjoyed that, and like
were the students did they also say that podcast equipment is cheap?
They did not. My students are awesome. They're always liking, sharing the podcast reels and shorts and stuff. So we appreciate that. And those of you guys that are listening, make sure if you guys like this content to smash the like button and subscribe. We do these every single week. It's all about football, and the off season is quickly approaching. A lot of off season talk, a lot of free agency talk, and some mock drafts coming up as well. So all in the future. But thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you next week.